While television networks and newspapers are arguing who's better between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, few Americans know that the number of candidates for the US presidency is 4 in total and not just 2. Other than the big two, Trump and Biden, candidates for the Republicans and Democrats respectively, there are also Howie Hawkins and Joe Jorgensen in the race. In this video, we'll focus on Howie Hawkins, who will definitely have very limited chance of being elected, but it is still worth mentioning him as well as knowing more about this outsider. Now, we at Deeper Globalism like to bring you the facts, even if they're not what's being covered by many other sources and channels. Howie Hawkins is the candidate for the Green Party of the United States, a party which Hawkins himself contributed to founding. But let's take a step back and start from the very beginning. Hawkins was born in San Francisco, California in 1952 and raised in a multicultural neighborhood nearby San Mateo, California. His father was an attorney who served in the counterintelligence unit for the US Army's Manhattan Project during World War II. He became politically active at the age of 12, when he saw how the multiracial Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party was denied recognition at the 1964 Democratic Convention. Hawkins has played leading roles in anti-war and anti-nuclear political activism. He's also been a pro-worker movement's active representative since the 1960s. But despite his anti-war activism, at the age of 19, he enlisted in the US Marine Corps, which is clearly impressive and speaks to the sheer determination of Hawkins that he was able to be part of one of the most elite military bodies in the world, even though he was a prominent anti-war activist. In 1972, Hawkins campaigned for Bernie Sanders, then the Liberty Union Party candidate for Senate and Governor. There are clearly similarities between Hawkins' views and those that Bernie has been supporting over the last few decades. Hawkins attended Dartmouth College, but never earned a degree. Now, another interesting parallel to Bernie Sanders, who indicated that he had been a mediocre college student because he thought that what was being discussed and thought in his classroom was, quote, boring and irrelevant, whilst he felt the community was more relevant to his education. In 1988, he and Murray Bookchin founded the Left Green Network, a political organisation based around the principles of social ecology and libertarian municipalism. In the early 1990s, Left Green Network was fully converted into an official party, the Green Party of the United States. After several unsuccessful campaigns to become senator, in 2012, Hawkins was approached over the possibility of running for the Green Party nomination, but declined due to his employment commitments at UPS, forcing him to campaign for offices in the New York area to remain close to his day job. Hawkins is a retired Teamster, that's the Labour Union of the United States and Canada. In addition, from 2001 until 2017 at his retirement, he worked the night shift unloading trucks for UPS. Now, you can't call this guy a professional politician. He kept working at UPS all through his political life. He was accidentally listed on ballots in Minnesota as the Green Party candidate for vice president, along with Jill Stein for president in the 2016 general election. The ticket Stein-Hawkins received only 37,000 votes in Minnesota. But after several attempts to become governor of New York in the last few years, on the 3rd of April 2019, he announced that he was forming an exploratory committee to prepare for a potential candidacy for the Green Party 2020 presidential nomination. And later, he formally launched his campaign on the 28th of May 2019 in Brooklyn, New York. On the 23rd of August last year, the Hawkins campaign announced they had met the requisite federal matching funds for California and New York. As a general matter, any campaign must receive $5,000 from residents, with no more than $250 counted for each contribution in at least 20 states to qualify for the funds. On the 26th of October 2019, Hawkins won the nomination of the Socialist Party USA in his effort to unite smaller left-wing parties together. In November, he won the nomination of Solidarity, and on the 5th of May 2020, he officially selected Angela Walker, an African-American professional bus driver and labor organizer born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, as his running mate to form the Hawkins-Walker ticket for the Green Party of the US elections 2020. On the 11th of July, he was officially chosen as the Green Party's nominee for the 2020 US presidential election. His platform includes the Green New Deal, funded in part by cuts to military spending, Medicare for all, a federal jobs guarantee, a $20 an hour minimum wage, and a guaranteed minimum income for all. The political position of Hawkins is clearly based on a communistic ideology. Since his first steps in politics, he's shown to advocate for libertarian municipalism as the best way of integrating workers' control and community control in a process of social change that ultimately yields in a marketless, moneyless, stateless cooperative commonwealth. Wow, pretty borderline for a Western country with a fundamentally capitalistic economic model. Hawkins has never agreed on the party within the party approach of the Democratic Party. In other words, he disagrees with Bernie Sanders' view of having a left wing inside the Democratic Party. Instead, he believes that socialists should create an independent left-wing party. That's a hard position to hold within a fundamentally duopolistic framework that has characterized the US political framework over recent years. Hawkins became the first politician to include the Green New Deal in his electoral platform when he ran for governor of New York in 2010. Hawkins supports the Green Party's version of the Green New Deal that would serve as a transitional plan to a 100% clean, renewable energy by 2030, utilising a carbon tax, jobs guarantee, free college, single-payer healthcare, and a focus on using public programmes. So, that's it for Howie Hawkins. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please do feel free to comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, and we'll see you soon.